Hello there. Today we will talk about how to get from B2 to C1. This is my certificate which I obtained from Pearson Education and Edexcel. Let me tell you what I did. Step number 1, I watched lots of videos in English. Second of all, I read books in English such as this one, Data Mining, and other business related books. I also read this book, Grammar English, or Focus on Grammar, from Longman. I read this one, then I read this one, number 5, which is probably C2. Then I read this one, which is from TOEFL Advanced, Internet Based. And then I read this one, the advanced book from Pearson, the C1. After that, I read Grammar for CIE and Proficiency, which is C2. I copied the last pages. I didn't read everything. I just copied the last pages which have the grammar composition or collocations. And I usually write down or jot down all the words from the audio scripts. That helps you a lot. So when you're speaking and you want to use accurate grammar, you need to know this. You need this because the examiner will ask you lots of questions and you will have to answer. And you have to be used to speaking without thinking too much or groping for words. When they see that you grope for words, they know you're lacking some structures of English and you kind of forget everything. Then I read this book, which is from the US, Adventures in American Literature. So I read this book, but I didn't read everything. I went to the last pages and I will show you why. So the last pages have grammar, composition, how to make comparisons, and so on. How to write essays, sentence variety. Also, there is a glossary. I jot down the whole glossary, word by word, word and definition afterwards. That's what I did. That's my strength. I can copy books entirely. I have copied dictionaries from back to cover. I have copied all of these books. I have read them and I have copied them. But I don't copy the grammar exercises. I just copy the definitions and the explanations. I don't do anything else. I don't practice the vocabulary, grammar structure, or all of that. I don't do that. I just jot down vocabulary plus definition and pronunciation, so I can get closer to a native speaker. The other thing is, when I read, I mark each and every paragraph. As you see here, all the paragraphs have a slash. They all have a slash. So I always mark everything that I read and I finish a book from back to cover. And that's how I got my C1. That's my secret. The other thing, last but not least, is I read dictionaries for natives and also monolingual dictionaries, especially Longman, Cambridge, Oxford, and one which is too big. A big dictionary is the Merriam-Webster, Webster Unabridged. I highly recommend it. But if you're not really you don't like to read, just copy all the words you can. Listen and watch to lots of movies and listen to speakers who are natives. Second language learners know English, but they doubt when they think about it. Those who are native, they don't think about it. They just speak up. They speak up their minds. So try to find out people who can do it like that, who speak English fluently. They don't stop, they don't post too much, they don't think too much about it, but they just tell it to you. They just pour out their brains in front of you. That's what you gotta find out. Anyway, my next video will have more information on how to learn idioms, and then phrasal verbs, and then how to learn collocations, which is of primary importance to every second language learner. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.